I made a funny.
Welcome to Hit the Fans. I'm Joe.
And I'm Dan.
A show brought to you by the fans for the fans, where we're going to talk about everything there is to talk about in the sci-fi and fantasy genres, like everything you see behind us and so much more.
But today we're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Motherfucker can't even remember the SD card. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I have to say that going in, I was actually like really not wanting to see this movie. I thought it was going to be kind of bad. Yeah. I was very pleasantly surprised, and I have to give this movie credit for the movie this year that impressed me the most. Just because I think of my negative...
Because you were so low
that
it went so much higher.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, I was like... I wanted to go and see it because I was like... wanted to go see a bad movie, you know? And then I came out of it and I was like, it wasn't that bad. I actually enjoyed myself. Like, I actually had a good time. Is it a perfect movie? No.
Do you think, like, you weren't excited because Michael Bay's name attached to it? Because, to be honest with you, that had a pretty... I wouldn't say, like, the biggest part to play, but it had a decent... it had some decent baggage to it. Like, yeah. I just, you know, I don't want to say he's ruined so many franchises because they're obviously majorly successful, but he has a way that he
Transformers 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I didn't really care that his name was attached to it. He was just a producer, but it felt a lot like a Michael Bay movie. Like the trailers made it seem like, you know, stupid comedy, you know, stuff blowing up for no reason. But then you watch the movie, and that's all like kind of minimal stuff. Mm-hmm. I was surprised that
there wasn't like overly.
They show that big building, and everyone's like, "Why is the big building exploding in a Ninja Turtles movie?" And it's like, "Is it going to be like that the whole time?" No, that's only in the final scene.
Yeah. And it wasn't even the whole building; it was actually just
a spire.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, very minimal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
which I think was actually like a fair concern amongst fans because like it is and I feel like that's something that a lot of like big blockbusters do is it's our final act, let's go, you know, balls to the wall, we're leveling Manhattan, or we're leveling Chicago, or, you know, instead of it being you know, I know a lot of people bitched about Godzilla doing this, but it leaves so much more open in the sequels if they don't just, you know, throw everything in the kitchen sink in the first movie. So
because what happened, they fight Shredder, and that's about it. The whole plan was for the spire to fall over. It's not like they just crashed into it and blew up. Like, the plan was for them to break the spire, and then poison was going to go everywhere. Right. So I can't fault it, you know?
I have to say that the biggest thing I'm impressed with is Megan Fox's performance and the way they filmed her and had her in the movie. I thought for sure...
No gratuitous booty shots.
Yeah, I thought...
There was one, but not...
Well, yeah, but it wasn't, like, overly, like, here's the camera, here's her lady area, you know what I mean? Like, it's completely close.
Her lady area!
I don't know, I don't want to be too, like, you know...
And this is the time, all right, so it's shot 1C, Megan Fox's lady area. So let's get it done.
Yeah, oh my God.
Marker.
Yeah. Lady area. I don't know. I don't want to, like, I know we talk pretty freely, but I didn't want to, like, go too, you know, I didn't want to be, like, too, you know.
Her lady area.
Too vulgar. Well, you know what I'm saying.
I get it.
Like,
Transformers 2 had that shot where she was, like, bending over, painting it in this weird air, just so you can be like, look at her, she's attractive.
Exactly. And I will give this movie credit for that, because I actually, like, don't get me wrong, like, I love Megan Fox. I mean, many of you don't know that, like, me and her used to date. Like,
I thought you were cousins.
Yeah, I told somebody at the theater that we were cousins. I mean, kind of believed me.
For a little bit.
Like 10 seconds. But, no, I was obviously joking about the dating thing. I'm way out of her league.
Right. Such a handsome dude.
Yeah. With his burly beard.
Yeah, like the only shot of her it makes sense.
Mhm.
The dude that looks at her is the guy he's got a thing for her. And it's like, oh, she's bending over.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then it's like, action.
They kept her very modest. It wasn't overly like, oh,
She was fully clothed the entire time.
And we even said, like, before going in, we're like, okay, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And one of the things that we said was there's going to be a shot where Megan Fox is going to be in as few clothes as possible, whether, like, she's escaping from a burning building and she has to, like, rip off her, shirt or something like that.
That happens a lot in movies.
Right, where they're like, oh, my God, my
Oh, my God, I'm on fire!
Or, like, one of the turtles is going to walk in on her changing and it's just going to be her in her bra and underwear. And, like, any excuse they could to get her in as few clothes as possible.
And they didn't.
And that didn't happen, and it was like actually
Wonder if that was in her
very
contract.
refreshing. Well, it was actually
No
very refreshing.
gratuitous lady parts.
No lady parts. No, I thought it was refreshing because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I'm a warm-blooded male. I mean, I like looking at women just as much as normal straight males. I don't know, that turned into something really weird, but
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, it's actually refreshing when they don't just like throw it at you and just be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, look it, we have nothing better to do than show you this," and by this I mean him.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was fine.
Mhm.
Like, not like Oscar worthy, but bearable. I
Mhm.
guess like I can't fault her for the performance.
Right.
It was fine.
I think it was one of her better performances.
Yeah.
I mean, for not that there's like again, not that this script or anything was Oscar or Golden Globe worthy, but I feel like she had a little bit more to work with in this script than like Transformers 2,
She
Jonah
was the main
Hex.
character.
Yeah.
I guess
And Jennifer's body.
with her lady bits,
Area. Come on.
lady area. Sorry.
Don't make people feel uncomfortable.
Back off, Rat. Do not say a word about this to anyone. If you do, we will find you.
We're talking about characters, I guess. So, turtles.
Well, what about the Shredder?
Okay, let's talk about the Shredder.
Well, I want to save the turtles. I want to save the turtles for the crescendo.
Wait, here comes the crescendo.
The climax. Yes, that's actually why I was wondering if you were going to catch that. Drift compatible, yeah.
it's so good.
Which is like one of my favorite superhero movies, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty good. She has a lot of similarities with this movie. Both. Remember what we were talking about?
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Shredder. He's fine.
I didn't hate his robot suit as much as I thought I would.
It's still a little much.
Oh no, it absolutely is. But I mean, like, it wasn't quite so transformium. As
He
you
looked like
thought
a
so?
giant robot still.
But no, I mean, but didn't the trailers make him look like that he was going to be like this hulking, like Optimus Prime size thing compared to? That's the way I took the trailers.
At least
know,
he
you're
wasn't
wrong.
like
My
he was.
opinion's
Oh,
right.
okay, whoa. He was like, I guess he was fast still. So it wasn't like I'm a robot and that's why you can't beat me. It's like no, he still like showed that he had like karate skills and kung fu and shit. But I don't know. I just didn't like the whole I can shoot blades out and then I have magnets that bring them back. Like, are they specifically designed just to bring those blades back? Because it seemed like it.
Let me ask you this. Our buddy that I don't know if he wants his name mentioned, so we won't mention it, but that we went to go see the movie with, he made the comment that he thought maybe the script was altered during production of the movie because you never saw the actor who played Shredder again. Once he stepped foot into the Shredder
I believe it.
ensemble, you only hear his voice. And because I believe maybe you said it, but the other bad guy from Batman that was in the Batman 2.
Two-Face?
No, the bank guy that's in Turtles as well. That Megan Fox's dad worked with.
I always forget his name.
Yeah.
Something Fickner.
Whatever, that guy.
That
we'll
guy.
put up a picture right here.
Take notes.
I thought there was like a rumor that
Eric
he was,
Sachs in the movie.
Yeah, Eric. Thank you, Eric Sachs in the
Jeez.
movie. God, edit this shit.
God, what a fucking disaster. Jeez.
I thought that like maybe like there was a rumor or something. Somebody said that he was maybe the guy that was.
Well,
Supposed to
his
turn
name
into
is like an. I think the term's anglicized. It's like an English version of like
Okay.
Shredder's original name is like Oroku Sakai. I'm probably butchering it. Something like that. And if you can kind of like hear it, it's Eric Sachs, Oroku Sakai. Eric Sachs kind of sounds the same. So I believe it. I believe that he was supposed to be Shredder because you see Shredder in like 2 scenes and then he's in the suit for the rest of the movie.
Right.
So I could.
You could see that.
I
could see that too. I mean,
But you know, who knows? Maybe they'll bring him back in the second one.
I hope so.
He's not dead. Spoilers. I don't care. Yeah, they see him.
The 4 people who watch our show aren't going to watch now.
No, that's because I ruined it.
Oh well.
Yeah, he's fine. It would have been cooler if like he just like his robot suit just shot out like swords or something instead of they were like machetes, like Bowie knives. It had nothing to do with like ancient Japan.
I feel the same way about Shredder's. For lack of a better word, it's not really armor; it's a mech. As I do
Power
about the Silver Samurai and the Wolverine.
Yeah.
That was a mech as well. I would have like preferred, even in the Wolverine though, they showed you like this Silver Samurai armor, and I was just like, man, that would to me would be so much cooler, and just I would enjoy that battle of literally a samurai in adamantium armor or whatever versus the Wolverine. I would have enjoyed it better if it was Shredder in just a regular suit of armor, and you could make it to where he had like Kevlar or like some type of like really advanced tactical.
Well, that's the thing.
Suit underneath like the metal parts.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like he goes, we upgraded your armor, and by upgraded it we mean we got completely rid of it and made you just a giant metal suit. It's like you can take a samurai armor and augment it with like stuff, to fight the turtles. It doesn't have to be just a big giant robot.
People want justice restored to this world. People want heroes, Miss O'Neill.
I think the Shredder worked, but ultimately the movie isn't about him. He was a villain. He played it well.
Could have been better, but it's not like it takes away from the movie.
I think that even more so than the Shredder, I think people were ripping on the turtles themselves, and now I'm allowing you to speak about the turtles. No, I'm just kidding.
What was that from? That's from a movie. Now I will allow you to speak or something like that. Maybe it's from a game.
You are not prepared.
You can't do that. We just okay. I will still say like Michelangelo doesn't look. He still looks kind of goofy. Cause like the first time they ever show him in the trailers, they show him when he takes his mask off. They never have the masks off ever again.
No, whoa, chill. It's just a mask. See? Don't freak out. Right?
That's what you choose to show everybody. It's like I guess they shows them at their worst. It's still in the movie, but
maybe that was their plan. Maybe they were like, we know people are gonna shit on this movie, so let's show them the worst possible trailers ever. So that way, when the people actually go to see it, they're gonna be like, "This is amazing."
It was pretty good. I wouldn't say amazing.
It was decent at best.
It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
That's funny. Well, yeah. I don't think that was a good scene to really.
But like, they grow on you. Like Leonardo and Raphael look really cool.
Raphael, my favorite. Oh my God, he was badass.
He was a badass. I like Leonardo, and he's like not in the movie.
Yeah, well,
he gets in like it's like Optimus Prime in Transformers 3. Like, I'm coming to help you. He gets caught in like wires. Leonardo's just like gets captured and he's off, and then he gets like he's like the first one to get knocked off the building when they're fighting Shredder. It's just like, come on, dude. He's like the leader. He's like my favorite one. He's got two swords, and he's getting his ass kicked. Like Donatello fights the Shredder better than Leonardo does. Like
that scared the shit out of me.
So Donatello felt him better. Whatever, moving on.
Oh man.
Okay, so we got Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about each of them.
Were you surprised that they had Raphael kind of be like the front and center, or do you think that maybe
No, because he's always the one who goes alone.
No. What I'm saying though is that like, do you think that he's more of a fan favorite than others?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Well, I just didn't know if maybe like that's why they decided to focus it a little bit more on him than.
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to do some like at that last scene where he like confesses like, "I love you guys." Ooh. Maybe they wanted to have something going there to be emotional or something.
Yeah.
I'm not in their mind, so I don't know.
What'd you think of Donnie?
He was fine. Because
Like
like
a little bit too
not
like nerdy or whatever, or like eccentric.
not as bad. Well, because like again, the way they showed him for the first time, like the first time you ever see Donatello, he's got like it's like he's got this stupid face, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? What?" And then in the movie, he's fine. Or like in the trailer, they're like, "Oh my god, they got guns! Oh my gosh, they have guns!" And then you're like, "Oh, it's because they're like super high on adrenaline, and
How
it
does
makes."
that go again?
Oh my god, they got guns! Oh my gosh, they have guns!
You sound like that every day, though. Oh, that's funny. I'm starting to sweat. I'm laughing so hard.
Then you find out it's because they're high on adrenaline, and it makes sense.
Right.
So it's like they almost
somewhat
like
impressive that they actually had like reasons for all the
it's
stuff.
like they purposely made terrible trailers to make this movie seem like it was going to be a piece of shit, and it turns out it's not terrible. And it's like, whoa. Fired the guy who made your trailers. If it's Michael Bay, you can fire him twice. I don't know. Michelangelo, I guess we can move on to him. He's
one thing I'm
goofy.
one thing I'm curious about, and I'm not like overly familiar with like all the turtle history or like what happened like a lot in the comics and the original shows and stuff. So maybe this is true and I just don't know. But his like crush or whatever that he had on Megan Fox, I thought was really interesting because in an interview when Megan was promoting Turtles, she has said that she considers Mikey one of her first crushes because she was such a Turtles fan that she was just like in love with everything Turtles and specifically Mikey. And so I wonder if maybe they reversed it just because of that, because they knew that she was a fan.
Maybe.
You know, which I just thought was interesting. I mean, whether or not it's true, that's just kind of my.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah. It's
Okay, like I'll be honest, the
opinion.
movie's not terribly funny. There's some parts that you're like,
Yeah.
but that was kind of funny. You know, he's like, "I'll come back to you, and I'll be right here." You're like, oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
I like the turtle van.
At the very end.
Yeah.
Do they just drive around in it?
I'm
like,
glad-
what do they do? We just bait this car, and now we're gonna drive around in it because we have licenses. I don't know, whatever. It was funny. Check base, brah.
Johnny Knoxville's overly obvious Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, he does a very good Johnny Knoxville voice. It's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was him because, like, again, like the first time you see him in the trailer, he's just like, "Don't tell this to anyone, or we will find you." And then you like hear him in other things. You're like, "Oh,
Yeah, that's creepy.
it's a jackass."
Nice. What about Master? Was there anything else you want to say about the turtles?
They overall, I'm happy with them.
Well, okay, let's talk about the designs real quick because people were like freaking the fuck out over that for like in my opinion for no reason.
No,
Could
Michelangelo does look like Shrek.
Could they look a little better? Sure, but you can't. The turtles from the '90s wouldn't have worked today. You know what I mean?
Leonardo looks the most like the '90s one. His like face shape.
Fear you are not ready for its greatest threat.
I like the fact that they made him look different. You know, they gave him like
Each distinct.
there was like a show. I don't know. I don't do research. It hurts my brain. There was like a show that actually gave them like personalities. So like, I don't know. It was like Leonardo's like the samurai, Raphael was like the brute fighter, Mikey's the cool, like lax, laid back guy, and Donatello's like the tinkerer dude.
Let's rock and roll, boys. Get us out of here, Donnie.
Oh my gosh, they have guns! Are you always telling me what to do?
Check the base, bruh.
And then they went with that on this one, and it's like
So basically,
it makes
Leonardo's
sense.
the jock, Raphael's the school bully, Donnie's the nerd, and Mikey is the
guy who
pothead.
gets high all the time.
Yes, that is basically what's going
Yeah,
on.
that's pretty much what it was. So they like went off that.
Yeah.
You know, give them distinct personalities. And I just think the way they showed them for the first time was not the best, and I think that's what gave them such a bad name. You see him in the movie and it's fine. Like, it doesn't bother me. That, you know. So, whatever.
Master Splinter, we have to talk about him before.
His CGI was fucking terrible.
You know, people worked hard on that.
You live, you die, you fight as brothers.
I didn't like the fact that he was like oddly bald.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it looked weird.
Yeah. But then again, to be honest with you, I've never been close enough to a rat to be able to be like, well, that's accurate, because, you know.
But he was a badass.
The fuck was that? Our set's falling apart. Jeez. Stop it. Stop.
Yeah, he was a
later.
badass, though.
How's that looking?
It's fine.
I don't
Whatever.
give a shit. Our set is falling apart.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
But yeah, he's pretty cool. Like the way he fought Shredder. He
I
was
like
like
the-
using his tails.
yeah.
Wow.
That's one. The Shredder Splinter fight was pretty intense. I was
Yeah.
really impressed by it. I thought it was good, and I thought it was actually pretty. What was Turtles rated? PG?
13.
Oh, it was PG-13. Okay, never mind. Because I was gonna
First
say for a
Ninja
PG.
Turtles movie rated PG-13.
Okay, because I thought it was PG, and I was gonna say, you know, for a PG movie, I was like, that was actually a pretty,
Brutal fight.
intense fight. And actually, for a few minutes there, I was like, they're gonna kill Splinter. They're gonna kill him. I thought
he
for
did
sure.
kill him when he like throat punched him.
I thought for sure. I was like, they're gonna kill Splinter. And I was like, people are gonna backlash the shit out of that. I would have been okay with it.
It's weird because like he never dies in the 90s, but I always felt like he died. Like for some reason in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, he dies. Oh, he doesn't die? Oh, I don't know why. Like I always had this thing that Splinter's supposed to die, so it's like it wouldn't have bothered me.
I mean, maybe like in the next sequel or two, it wouldn't be a bad idea. But I'm kind of against killing people and killing characters in the first movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because I think that if you kill them in the sequel or maybe like the third of the trilogy or whatever it is, it sets up. Or maybe if you want, after you're done with the first trilogy and you're trying to like, okay, we need a reason for more movies, have something happen to where Splinter dies or whatever. And like that's one thing, again, to bring up Godzilla, killed Bryan Cranston way too early.
Yeah.
You should have killed him. If you're going to kill him, have it be...
I was
you
talking
know.
about Bryan Cranston and Godzilla. Or you could just do what Michael Bay normally does and just wait until the second movie and kill him in the first 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And make it a nothing. Or, you know, George Lucas, too. He does that. Count Dooku.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Dooku.
That stuff's bullshit. That's bullshit!
They're taking hostages. Let's rock and roll.
Let's start to kind of wrap up here. We've been talking for a little while.
I like talking!
So, what I have to say that I like one of the lines in the movie. They, I forget who it was. Maybe it was Will Arnett's character was saying, "So what? They're aliens?" And Megan Fox was like, "No, because that
That was Whoopi Goldberg that said that?
Oh, was it? Okay.
Oh, no, wait.
No, I think it was Will Arnett.
Damn.
Yeah, well, because, you know, and she's like, no, that'd be stupid, and it's kind of like, well, fucktard Bay wanted him to be from fucking, you know, Uranus or something. her, you know, her lady areas.
Her lady areas. Megan Fox, the turtles are going to be from your lady areas.
And she's like, no, hell no! That's what she
Wow,
did. She
that was
threw,
rude.
she threw the water bottle. I like that, how they made like that pun after the leaked script
Yeah,
or
that's kinda
whatever it
funny.
was. Yeah, it's a way to acknowledge like, hey, we lied to you and said that no, they were never going to be from space, but they were going to be from space, and you guys all said it was so stupid that, you know, we
At least they
acknowledged it.
listened, I guess.
Yeah.
It just turned out to be... Well, I mean, technically, the ooze or whatever it was, the rock, I don't remember what it was. Like a... What was it that turned them into... A hemorrhoid. A hemorrhoid from outer space.
A hemorrhoid. I don't know where that came from.
Some kind of meteorite came
yeah,
from
or
space.
something.
So,
I don't know.
I mean,
what
I
it
guess the stuff did come from space.
I was so enamored by Megan Fox, I kind of lost consciousness halfway through the movie because the lack of blood.
So I mean, well, we said we were going to talk about it later, so I guess we got to talk about that plot.
What plot?
That's kind of like this.
Oh yeah.
How boring,
I almost forgot about
how
that.
dumb the plot is. It actually is really dumb. We have a mutagen, and we're gonna make an antidote for this poison. We're gonna poison everybody, and then sell the antidote for shit tons of money.
It's actually an ingenious idea.
It's smart, but it's in this movie.
Yeah. The similarities that we're talking about from a way to go.
I wanted to wear it.
From V for Vendetta and no, you're not gonna wear it, child. The similarities that we're talking about from V for Vendetta and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is that in V for Vendetta, the government staged the Three Waters and St. Mary's chemical attacks on their own country, a false flag, if you will, and it's kind of similar to the company wanting to. You are creepy as fuck. It's similar to the company in Turtles wanting to poison and profit off it and have gain from it. That's what we're referring to. There's obviously a lot. Well, I mean, go ahead.
I was going to say, the fact that the poison's going to come from their own building is really stupid. No, nothing.
No, continue.
That's what I'm just saying.
Continue with your stupid point.
It was just stupid.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
We're going to poison everybody from our own building, and then nobody's going to question the fact that it wasn't us. And then we're going to make shit tons of money.
well, yeah, but I mean, I'm sure that, they would have blamed it on the Foot Clan. They could have been like, well, we were taken over by the Foot Clan.
But they wanted the Foot Clan to rise to power. That would seem like a dumb move.
I don't know. Work with me here. It's a movie.
Work with the writers. They're the ones who wrote it.
Who did write this?
Somebody.
Who wrote our material today? They suck.
Mm-hmm.
You're fired, Mom. Yeah.
So, there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah, they did announce a sequel.
Yeah.
They said they were saving who again?
Bebop and Rocksteady.
That'd be fun. I'd be interested to see how they're going to do that.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
To
And
see
obviously
a
at the
giant
end
boar and a giant rhino. Human versions.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be a robot, like the rhino in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Jesus. That would be
I am the rhino! That would be great. It'd be great. Also, the Splinter's probably going to come back. Not Splinter, Shredder.
yeah.
Because he falls
Well, he was
and he's got
clearly not dead.
he's like,
Yeah.
he taps his finger in mutagen and he holds it. He's going to be Super Shredder. And he's going to kill himself like he did in Turtles 2.
Look at you connecting the dots.
Doot, 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 doot.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. I'm excited for the sequel. I hope that. Hey, what'd you think of the freestyle and B-box thing
That was dumb.
in the elevator?
It was stupid.
Basically, okay, let's wrap it up. I think
I'm
we're-
done talking about Turtles.
I think
It was
we're done.
better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it, it's definitely. I think it's worth the.
Don't think you're going to go see an amazing fucking
Oh,
movie. It's
that
still
is one thing I need to say though before I forget. We unfortunately had to see it in 3D because the 2D showing was sold out. Don't see it in 3D. It's a waste of your money to see it in 3D. In my opinion, the 3D was actually done pretty bad. It really just seemed really shaky.
I completely forgot we were watching it in 3D.
Yeah, it just didn't.
Except for certain close-ups.
Yeah, certain parts, whatever, it was fine. But don't spend the extra money to see it in 3D. Go see it in 2D. Just spend the $8 or $9, $10.
Yeah.
And it's a good family film. You can probably take the kids to it. And they'll.
Raphael swears.
What does he say?
Ass.
Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, don't go expecting to go we're praising it. It's only because we were so
thoroughly-
impressed
yeah.
with how bad we thought it was gonna be, and then it was better. It's still decent at best. It's not like some whoa god, it's so good.
Right.
It's entertaining. Just take it for what it is. It's a Turtles movie.
Yep.
And it's fun.
So 2 thumbs up from us. Excuse me. 2 thumbs up from us.
I'll go 1 3/4 thumbs.
Gee, okay, whatever. 1.5. How about that, Dan?
Good. Thank you.
So we're gonna wrap up a little earlier than usual.
No, we're not.
I mean,
It's on time.
well, too bad we're wrapping up. Thanks for watching, as usual. Please continue to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dankfist. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com. Search Dankfist.
It'd be better if I actually knew what you normally say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, I wing it.
You always do.
And I don't even know. God, I hate you. Throwing me off.
We'll see you next time on the next episode of Hit the Fence.